Activity of the morning is taking a boat on the river.
Days go by, passing time on my life, waiting in this room.
So looks like we're the only ones on the boat, which is kind of amazing. We're gonna head over to the coconut groves now.
We got on at 10:30 a.m. and the boat is covered and there's actually a really nice breeze.
Not much more of a breeze now. I think either it's a no-wake zone or we ran out of gas. But thankfully we're not that far from the shoreline. You good? Okay. Chantal, why is it so quiet now?
Because we're not on a gas boat anymore.
This is our motor. I feel bad, I kind of want to help, but it's really interesting because it is a circular boat. I don't know how you go forward in something like this. It's like whisking the water. Marisol is officially able to check off 2 boats on her short life. And, oh, I think she's waking up. So, thankfully there's an umbrella, as you can see. Otherwise it is hot, but the tide here is very low. And we are now entering the coconut mangroves. It's kind of breezy. Very calm and quiet, which is really enjoyable.
So Marisol's awake now, which was perfect timing because it was photo op time. Just like Six Flags, just like on the roller coasters, they have people ready to take photos of you. A photo costs 100,000. We'll check it out on the way back.
Yeah, we normally would not buy photos, but this is Marisol's first boat ride on a little round circular coconut boat, so we might have to do it.
Only if her eyes are open and if she's actually looking at the camera. So we stopped by a shaded park and she made little decorations for us, 2 little grasshopper rings and a little rose bracelet. Pretty cool.
They literally have their whole operation on a boat right now. Printer, computer, everything. So cool. Alright, that was a great ride. We did end up getting a photo. And we did tip the lady because that is a hard job to boat us all the way over there. And she made us those cute little palm decorations. But we're on a different boat right now, and the reason why is we're towing our other boat. I think they ran out of gas or maybe the engine's not working for some reason. One thing I'm very thankful about is we're the only ones still on this boat. I think usually during the day it gets quite busy, like you see coconut boats all over the mangroves. Now we're heading back to land, and it's starting to get a little bit hotter, so we might want to cool off a bit. We actually are very close to the Japanese bridge, which we will maybe go check out tomorrow night or tomorrow morning when it's a little bit cooler, since it's like peak heat now. But we're now at a humongous shop restaurant thing called Fefe Roastery. And they do their own roasting, obviously. And what's interesting is all their coffee beans are actually from Vietnam. And that includes their light roasted coffees. So I am doing a V60 Hario, which has some tropical fruit notes. And Chantal is doing, of course, the local favorite, coconut latte. This place has 2 floors. And they even have a whole section where you can taste and sample the different coffee beans that they have, and where you can learn how to make coffee. And they also have an air-conditioned section, which is probably the main reason why I wanted to come here, because we just need to get out of the heat. Taking back a bag of coffee beans from Vietnam. It's an Arabica, natural process. It smells so fruity, different than the anaerobic that I tried, which has more of like a wine flavor. But it's roasted here, and it was roasted 5 days ago.
It's lunchtime after our coffee break, and we are at a restaurant that has the name Cao Lau in the restaurant name, so I ordered that. Harry got a plate with fried pork, and we also are trying the white rose.
We also are sharing a herbal lemongrass drink, which down the street there's another place that's really famous for it called Mott. So we're gonna try one here, and then we're gonna try one there. And the great thing about this restaurant is it literally was just down the street from Fefe Roastery, and it has fans and air conditioning, which is always nice, because I will say most places that we've gone to do not, including a lot of the tailor shops. This is delicious. It's kom tam, which is broken rice, and the story behind that is the rice is like tiny little grains because it's what the poor people had to eat, because it was like the leftover rice grains that were not like good quality, but it's still delicious. Lunch was super cheap. It was 155,000 Vietnamese dong for everything, and the Cao Lau was only 40K. And as soon as we left, we went to a main street right across the corner, and one Cao Lau was double the price of this restaurant, which still is very reasonable. Thank you, come on.
So after eating, we stopped by Mott. There's a big crowd in front, but once they cleared out, we were able to order right by the window. It was only 20,000 per drink. We went ahead and grabbed 2 of them. And it's really cool because they actually show you all the ingredients that go in it. So there's lemongrass, ginger, cinnamon, chrysanthemum, and it's decorated with a lotus leaf and another type of leaf. You get to drink from a bamboo straw.
And it's called Mott because it was actually the owner. He liked the medicinal drink that his family used to make, and it's actually very similar to the one we just had at the restaurant. But he decided to put in his own ingredients because apparently he noticed a lot of the people who were eating on the streets were eating a lot of heavy, oily, fatty foods. So some of the ingredients that are used are to help aid in digestion. But it's also beneficial that it tastes really, really good. It's dinner time. We're back out. We're gonna grab a bite to eat before we go to a boat ride, which apparently it's almost a full moon. Tomorrow's a full moon, so it should be a nice view, although I think there's gonna be tons of lights from the boats, and I think that's more of what you're looking for instead.
Sitting in this room, I feel the pressure in my head. Counting heartbeats flutter as I feel the water in my...
Right now we're grabbing dinner at a place called All Day Banh Mi.
Cash only. Sucked because I had to walk 5 minutes to get cash out of an ATM, but we're gonna need it anyway for our driver tomorrow.
lungs, drowning.
On our walk over from our hotel to this banh mi restaurant, we actually crossed a pretty popular bridge here called the Japanese Bridge, and you should actually be able to recognize it if you're here and you're using currency, because it is on their 20,000 Vietnamese dong. There's another bridge on the other side that we just walked by along the river, and you have a really pretty view of it. It's 8:30 p.m. We're actually heading back to get our tickets now, and it's right next to the Japanese bridge. Their last ride is 9 p.m., but I was just saying, had we not booked this, we probably would have not even realized this whole area existed at night, but it is insanely packed compared to where we are. The boat ride we got in Singapore dollars, it was 12 Sing for both of us, and it's on Klook. So, I mean, you get to witness it with us, so you can decide if it's worth it or not. Okay, we're about to get on the boat now.
Okay, we're on the boat. We got our lanterns. We just had a nice little photo session, and now we got our life jackets on.
It's crowded, but it's really cool. Like, I actually prefer it to be crowded here because you just see all the lights from all the boats and the lanterns all floating around. What a vibe. Oh, that's pretty. I want to mention that for the ticket that we got for the ride, it actually includes 2 lanterns, so 1 lantern per person, as well as a little refreshing herbal tea. So I think we've had like 4 herbal teas today. Make a wish just in case you're supposed to.
So the good thing is this activity is baby approved. We have life jacket on and it's really relaxing. Marisol is still sleeping. She likes it, I think.
Before today, Marisol had never stepped foot on a single boat in her life. And today she stepped foot on 3 boats. One of them she was kind of awake, the others not so much. Honestly, not usually one for like touristy activities, and this is heavily touristy, but I highly recommend it. It's so much fun, it's very reasonable, and it's just so unique. Like, this doesn't happen really anywhere that I can think of. One thing I do wonder about is, with all the floating lanterns that are in the water, where do they actually go? Like, does someone end up picking them up, or do they just float somewhere and it's collected? All right, we're now crossing the bridge that we were just under a moment ago. And this goes to like the party side. It's where all the lights are. And the funny thing is, it's literally across the way from our hotel. In fact, if there was a bridge, it'd be just as long as this to our hotel, but it's not connected, so you have to actually loop around. But I believe the night market is here, so we're gonna check out the vibe. Marisol is still sleeping. And yeah, it's a fresh perspective of Hoi An that we haven't seen. We were walking back to the hotel and we were thinking, okay, maybe we'll get dessert, but no. Chantal found 2 cute matching t-shirts for her and Marisol at a place called Ginkgo. It's actually a chain that started in Saigon. We've been many times in Saigon actually. Never bought anything because honestly it's a little expensive, but it's really good quality. Their designs are so cool, I love them. And yeah, now we're heading back, so maybe we'll find some dessert on the way. Very rarely do we go to the same place twice, let alone in a single day. We did pass by a banana pancake stall and she said she ran out. I don't know how many more we're gonna pass on our way home. And we had this earlier, it was delicious, plus it's actually good for you. If you remember, we talked about how it helps with digestion. We're back at Ma.
Second one of the day. We lost another banana pancake place, so we're getting one to go for 50,000. We are gonna wrap it up here, guys. It was a great time in Hoi An.
Hopefully you enjoyed this trip as much as we did. We have a lot of other Vietnam content. We'll put the playlist link in the description box. We love this hotel also. Shout out to the Hotel Moire Vignette Collection. They were super accommodating, and I apologize to any of our neighbors who heard Marisol screaming and crying, but she's done pretty well. Like, overall, really good job. All right, good night, everyone.
Good night.